share my screen with you. Let's see if I can share it. So if you've not seen this before, let me try again. If you've not seen it before, let me know. Can you see that?
Yes.
Right. So basically, it's the wheel of life. And holistic well-being is not just about what's on your plate. Your health is not about what's on your plate. It's about so much more, such as your mental health, yes. But there's so many more different things that contribute to that. Right. So use this as a bit of inspiration for what perhaps it is that you need to get really clear on going into 2025. So spirituality, it could be money, it could be business. Think about what it is that you really want to get clear on. Now, like I said, I'm prepared. I'm going to do this class again with some notes, but just have a think. Hopefully you've got a pen and paper in front of you, and have a think what it is that you actually want to achieve in 2025. Just take the space, a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I just want you to trust what comes up. Something that maybe you've been struggling with in the past. And I want you to think big. Don't think small, because I think small keeps you small, right? And there is that, that SMART goal is about being achievable. And I think it does have to be achievable to a certain extent, but be big. Think about what you actually want to achieve in the next 3 months. I'm just going to get some water because I'm down first. One sec. So finances, what is it that you think that you need to sort of really upgrade? What has been holding you back? So it could be, but health, be specific about the health. Is it the nutrition? Most of us know what to eat. Is it the nutrition? Is it you need to start managing pain a bit better? Maybe you need to manage panic attacks or anxiety, which is something that I'm dealing with some clients at the moment. Maybe that's holding you back. Maybe you want to think about where you really want to see yourself in 3 months' time and what kind of person you need to be. So you can think of a good way of doing it as well is think about somebody that has already achieved what you want to achieve. So somebody that has maybe got the finances or the relationships or the health that you want, and think about that as using inspiration for your goals. So I'll just give you a few minutes to think about that. So work, career, health, fitness, and be specific about the health, the fitness. If it's the work and the career, is it the financial? Is it you want to be happier in your job? Maybe you want to be more satisfied. Maybe you just want to make more of an impact. Or is it personal growth? Maybe you've got limiting beliefs or stories that you've had in the past that you need to, that have maybe sort of ruling your brain at the moment. So the first thing is that. All good. And then I want you to think about why this goal is important to you. So think about what it is that having this goal will actually make. Will it mean that you'll live in a bigger house? Will it mean it's finances? Will it mean you'll take more holidays? Will it mean that you're more present with your children, more present with yourself, or have a healthier relationship with yourself? And then think about the passion. What is it that excites you about this goal? And if it's about somebody else, that can even be quite exciting. Share my screen again. And then what is the drive for you to achieve this goal? So something really simple. It could be, for me, my thing was a lot of my health has been all around my children, right? And so I think my health was in the pits, to be honest. I hated my body, hated my face, hated everything about myself until I had a kid. And then it all changed, because then it was no longer about motivation, was no longer about myself, that can I fit into this pair of jeans, or it was more, can I provide a good role model for my kids, a role model that is going to be healthy for my children, having that motivation. So they are my motivation. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't have others as motivation, but sometimes, and especially as women, we have a tendency, and it's very innate, right? It's very genetic, to put others first. And whatever it is, 30 minutes, we can't put ourselves first. But if that's going to get you over the line, if getting your kids to, I don't know, whatever it might be, to Europe or to private school, or to maybe just actually be more present with them, if that's going to get you over the line, if that's going to get you to achieve your goal, then it doesn't really matter how you actually achieve it, just as long as you achieve it. And you're achieving it for yourself. So think about that. Think about the motivation. So for me, for example, it's business. My purpose is definitely to make an impact, but not just make an impact small scale. I want to do big. So I want you to think big too, right? Think really big. It can be. I think what I've noticed in the last sort of 10 weeks is we think that we can only grow very, very small increments. And I do believe that's to an extent. But I think once you start the wheels in motion, then it starts happening. It starts coming really, really quickly, because once you get that flow, then you start attracting. It's not even about manifesting. It's just about attracting. You change as a person. Your brain evolves. Everything, you start picking up completely different, and you get from that confidence. So think about that. My passion, whatever your passion is. So, Kate, I know you're a photographer, but your passion may be something like, and I know you help people feel at ease. Like that, to me, is when you make people feel understood and heard and seen, that impacts people's lives on such a level. The confidence that they show up with, I know for myself, is when I show up on LinkedIn or wherever it is with a photo that looks not like this with makeup on, but on a photo that I feel strong and I feel bold and I feel like a businesswoman, then that for me changes everything. I become a businesswoman. So think about what it is, that big impact. Do you want to change people's lives? Do you want to make a difference? For me, it's my passion is basically just make people's life easy. I think we're all making it very difficult for ourselves by being too convoluted and constructing too much. Is that life's really simple if you just start working with your body and your mind. And motivation. Think about your goal, what drives you. So for me, my motivation is my kids and travel, but also is, I think, as somebody who's from a third world country, that sort of my dad. What anybody resonating with that? Does that sound?
Yep.
So think about what it is. And then I'm going to, I don't know if am I sharing my screen? Let me share my screen, you guys. And then I want you to think about what this cost of not achieving this goal is. And this is something that's really big. So I'm going to put on a little bit of music, because I think music is therapy. And get your I know Bronwyn's in the car, so it might not be so difficult, but even do it on your phone. Is think about what it is that, can you see my screen presentation? Think about what it is that it's actually costing you, right? And so, like I said, I'm going to put some music on just to, if I can find the tasking, and I want you to think really deeply about what it is that it's costing you. And I'm going to do this with you because I've definitely got something that I know. Actually, I've had a bit of a spat this morning with my family, and things are costing me, right? So it could be your business. It could be that's costing you. If you're not doing the things that you need to be doing, what is the cost? Loss of confidence? Is it loss of income? Maybe what you could do is draw a line down the page and have on one side, you've got what it'll cost you. I like that. Loss of self-confidence, anxiety, loss of money. For me, one fear I had was not picking up the phone to call people to ask for money, right? That cost me a lot. That cost me thousands of dollars. Thousands. So think about the cost. And then think about the cost about what it is to others as well. Maybe it's the cost to your family. What opportunities have you missed because of, for me, lack of self-confidence in certain areas has led me to not ask for the sale in my business. And then I want to think about it from your point of view of you as a kid. Now, this is really deep, but it works. I want you to think about yourself when you were a kid and what dreams and aspirations you had for yourself. And maybe it is good to take a few deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth to calm your nervous system and get really clear. Take this time to get really clear about what you, when you were younger, what you actually wanted. Would you be happy? He or she be happy with where you are, or excuses or the reasoning why you're not taking the action that you need to do it, or where you are. You okay, Bronwyn? Did you raise your hand? Fine. You just need to unmute, Bronwyn. Unmute. And then if you could put a dollar figure on that, right? So even if you could put a dollar figure on it, it could be quality of life or whatever. Think about that as well. Maybe you're not showing up in your business. Maybe you need to be on social media more often. Maybe you need to go to the gym, right? The gym, there's a cost there as well, because if you look at it from a health perspective, is if you're not going to the gym and you're not exercising, not taking care of your body, then what happens is you end up, there's a cost at the end of the day, right? So it could be thousands. So a gym membership, which is whatever, 100 a month or whatever it might be, 150 a month, but that all is going to be, there's going to be a cost to that. So a cost of illness. And then I want you to think about habits and behaviors you need to let go of in order for that to happen. So is it procrastination? Is it distractibility, fear of failure. What habits and behaviors are going to let go of this year? So think about it like a tree, is that a tree needs to drop its old leaves. I think of it as a closet, as a cupboard of clothes, a wardrobe, right? And you've got your wardrobe, and if there's only so much room in there, you need to get rid of it. So what do you need to get rid of? You need to get rid of old mindsets. You need to get rid of old habits. Maybe you need to start letting go of excuses or old beliefs. What old beliefs do you need to let go of? Maybe it's I'm not good enough. For me, it was I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't know enough. And those beliefs are what hold me back. And then think about what strategies you need to overcome those obstacles. So do you need to schedule time every day in your calendar that you're going to actually look at yourself and maybe revisit that goal? So it could be an hour in the morning, every morning, you do something for yourself. Or and break it down. Where is it that you're missing? What's the gaps in your current skill set? What mindset do you need to assume? So mindset, like for a lot of us, like me, my mindset used to be, oh, I can't do that. It's not for me. I can't do that. I've not got those things. Is the mindset going to be like a growth mindset in that, well, I might not have it right now, but I can do it? Or what kind of self-talk do you need to start telling yourself? Instead of, for me, I don't ever forgive myself. And so my thinking going into New Year is I'm trying to start being more forgiving to myself. So the other day I did something and I was upset with myself and I started saying, it's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I forgive you. And even just doing that, because we can be so harsh on each other. And then I want you to think about what actual new actions you're going to make to achieve this goal. So think of 3 things that you can do in the next week, just even small. So it's about priming. This whole thing is priming your year. So when you jump into tomorrow, you jump into the new year, is that you've already set the wheels in motion, that the things are already started. So if it's to stop drinking, if it's to stop eating sugar, if it's to, on social media, do it. Make a promise to yourself and even write it down as I will, start tomorrow. I will, on the 1st of January, 2025, I will, I don't know, have an alcoholic drink. I will give up sugar. I will have a healthy breakfast. I will go to the gym. I will move my body. I will put myself on social media. Think out of your comfort zone, because that's where all the growth happens. Nothing happens, remember, and you're not. So just a few actions, at least 3 actions that you can do tomorrow. Well, this week. So we're only on Tuesday today. So you've got until Friday. Give yourself a deadline. What can you do tomorrow to just make a start so that this year is like no other year? Because the stats are that 19th of January is the D-Day when everyone gives up. So they did some research, and 19th of January, by that point, everybody's, their confidence, their their rhythm, their momentum, and their motivation has given up. And the reality is that your dreams, if you want these goals, that you can't rely on momentum and you can't rely on feeling like it. And I think that's what I've definitely done in the past. But if you're having a business, or if you're wanting to build the best body, or you're wanting to build whatever it might be, it's not about having a mindset of, well, I'll do it if I feel like it. We've got to have this, and it's a system that makes the difference. So a lot of us are on systems that are maybe we've all got some kind of system that we do, but a lot of our systems are outdated. It's like running a computer in 2024 on Windows 97 and expecting it to perform. We're still running those outdated behaviors and thinking patterns. Might have served us when we were 25, but now we're 48, like me, and we're still we're same kind of dialogue, the same kind of operating system, and then we're expecting something different. Like, we can't expect something different. We have to upgrade the operating system, which is us, which is our body and our habits and our routines and our thinking. So think about that. Back. Think about upgrading. What we do is we have, and I put it into like an old operating system. It's like many of us, and I see it all the time, and I fall back into it, but I have to sort of like smack myself on the head or whatever. because we all fall into that sort of, we our own systems, or maybe at 25 they served us. It's the same as a high level, but you're still operating Windows 97 and you're now in 2025. So what I would like you to walk away with is today is just to have something that some three that you can do, and I'm happy to help hold you accountable, but three clear steps that you can do for 2025 that you can do from today, which is Tuesday, till Friday, right? So you've got phase, just something really, really simple. Because when you prime that year, think of it like prime in the morning, right? And I talk about this all the time. Your body, your brain is in the alpha zone. It's the key opportunity to prime your rhythms, right? Physical and mental rhythms. But we lose it. A lot of us lose it. We allow it to be taken over, right? So think of this as priming your new year. And so how you want it to be, setting the pace. And think of three things that you can do tomorrow. Like one thing tomorrow that you can do is, for me, I can go onto social media and I ask for someone to book a call with me, which I'm really bad at doing. I'll do it in writing, but I will never do it in video because like, could be something like, it could be, for me, I hate sales calls, same kind of thing. So it could be, and going out of your comfort zone is necessary. I think a lot of us sort of, we sit in and that's great. But if you're here wanting to make goals, and I know you are, and you're here wanting to make an impact and you wanting to change your life, then that's not going to put it for you. You're a different kind of, from a different cloth. And average is fine for average people, but you're not average, right? So, and you definitely don't want an average life. You want an amazing life. I know you do. So you have to, oh gosh, somebody else. So if you want an amazing life, you have to have an amazing plan of attack. Like so three that you can do that you can do end of Friday that can just basically, so you feel fucking amazing by Friday. You feel like shit, this year 2025 I've made a change. Like no more of this bullshit. And talk to yourself. And Bronwyn, I'm not sure if you heard, but we need to think about as well what habits we need to let go of. You can listen to the recording, but what habits we need to let go of. Is it being late? For me, is it being late? Eating shit food? Is it excuses, using our own excuses, like, don't feel like it. If we're wanting to run a business or we're wanting to build a body that's sustainable for an amazing life, we have to create a system. So it's about creating a system. And then going into three things you can do. And then what I want you to do is write that down and write those three things you do. And then I want you to visit it every single morning. Every single morning. I want you to write at the end of this a goal, because this is 3 months. And some people say a year or 6 months, but that's great, 100%. But I'm thinking 3 months, it's a solid amount of time that you can achieve like so much. You can so much. If it's, to make a bet, to lose weight, if it's to create the business, if it's in your business, you can do it in 3 months, right? 90 days, you can do anything. So I want you to think really clear. And then what I'll do is I want you to write a really positive statement. And the date in 3 months' time will be, what will it be? What will it be, Kate? You're very good at this.
31st of March.
31st of March. So 31st, okay, so it's 31st of March. No problem, Pauline. Thanks for showing up anyway, like just showing up is rude. And I can send you the recording. So it's 31st of March, and I want you to think about what it is you actually want to be. Like, get fucking serious. Let's get serious. And I'm going to do it too, right? So I'm going to put some music on. Again, music is therapy. And I want you to think about what it is that you've achieved and get yourself there. Like you're there already. Let me see. Just imagine you are already there. And I'm going to send this piece of music as well, because I want it to be an anchor for you achieving your goals. And when you're listening to this in the morning, let me find the piece of music. Here we go. I want you to start thinking of I mean, you can change your music, right? But we have anchors. So why my computer's not working? Bloody hell. Second, sorry about that. Second. There we go. Yeah. How do you do this? Technology's not in today. Sure. No, that wasn't it. There we go. So I want you to think, right? And I'm going to talk you through it. And I want you to maybe even record this. I can see a little snippet. I want you to think of your 31st of March, where you are. And I want you to do it in a positive statement. So I mean, nobody wants to hear, but it could be, I am, happy in my, I'm earning $30,000 a month, whatever it may be. I am, and be really story. How are you doing? I'm showing up every day from 9 o'clock till 3 and get really, really specific. 9 o'clock every morning, I'm at my desk. And no matter what, every time, even when I don't feel like it, I'm showing up. Every time I'm showing up for me because I deserve this. And write a statement that is so fucking compelling that you can feel it. Because when you're doing this in the morning and you're going to do this every morning, if you do this for 90 days, I promise you, change. Every morning you visit this, something that's achievable. I do 5 sales calls. So something that's really, really, really compelling. So the morning when you do it is that you actually feel excited about it. Like it's and because you're so excited by it, make it so exciting and tell yourself, who do I have to be that? I have to be bold. I have to be strong. I have to not give a shit. I have to take action, imperfect action, even when I don't feel like it. And think about this. And no more is this going to cost me anything. It's not going to cost me my self-respect, my self-confidence, my business, my relationship. No more. This is about what it is exactly you will achieve. And for 90 days, within that opportunity in the morning, which is a moment of opportunity when your brain is hypnotic, right? So those brain waves are hypnotic. You're visiting that, and I want you to feel it. So, hopefully we've got a bit of a clear plan. So 3 things that we're going to do. So one thing that I want you to all do, because if you've shown up, is visit that little that you've got every single morning. It's an experiment, right? I could be wrong, but I know I'm not. If you visit it every morning within the first 30 minutes of your day, your life will change. So you have to do that. So who can actually hold their hand up and say they can do it? And I'll do it. I'm going to do it too. Bronwyn? Bronwyn's sort of hands sort of up. Hopefully you're a yes. But let's just do it first. Every day. It'll take literally a few minutes. Just read that statement, read that paragraph. I am, a superpower. Perfect. Thank you, Pauline. But just think about that every day in the first 30 minutes, just for minutes, and feel how it feels. And you'll show up completely different. Like if I feel, I do it in terms of slimness, right? But if I feel slim, I show up completely different. I wear different clothes. I sell different. But if I feel like shit, then I'm basically in my fat jeans or my fat shorts, and I'm a different person. Biochemically, your biochemistry is completely different. And in order for you to sort out chemistry, you have to imagine that you're there. So if you're imagining you're there every single day, your mind will do everything to make you get there. So that is my little thing. If you want to do more, achieve more, book and see if one of the programs that I do fits. I work 6 weeks. So now I've just done a 6-month program, which I'm really, really excited to do, simply because it's about making a change in your life. And 6 weeks, you can do a lot, but in 6 months, you can change everything. It's a business expense. If you are looking to, take it to the level, then please book a call. I'll send everybody who's signed up for this link and see if it's for you, because nobody gets anywhere on their own, right? We all have people we have to outsource. I have to outsource my hair, which looks terrible today, my dentistry, and everything. Like nothing can be, when you to get something or some expert or somebody who can hold you accountable. So if that's something you're interested in, then I'll pop the link down below. Okay. All right. Thank you. Some actionable steps. Bronwyn, have you got actionable steps? And are you going to do it every day? Every day? Right. Okay. Maybe I should ask your groups and make sure you're all accountable. And okay. Any questions? And I've talked a lot, so I apologize for talking, but I just was so excited to give you this. It's more my content. It's about giving you the space, because we're all so goddamn busy. We don't give ourselves space. So if you can give yourself the space every morning just to revisit your goals, right, and start putting an action plan and do something every day that pushes you really hard, like I'm so excited to where you want to be a lot quicker. Think of an Uber driver, right? You jump in an Uber driver and you have to give him the direction. If you don't, then well, you'll end up with a very expensive bill and you'll be there for hours. You need to give him the direction. And one, why? Because it's if you don't direction, then he'll be mulling around. Number two is it's cheaper, and effort. So take advantage of it, and make sure you get involved in the destination really clear. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Any issues you've got, and I will speak to you soon. Oh, the shared file. File. Okay. All right, lovely. Listen, I'm sure there'll be gentlemen as well in the end, but have an amazing new year. I wish you the very, 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 very best and making the time for yourself. Like, I really hope you got a small bit out of it, because you're all amazing and you deserve the very best.
Trina.
God bless you all. Bye.